Hi friends, Rommel Anacan here. Thank you for joining me again on this video. And my friends, I want to talk to you today about this idea of, is it worth it? Is it worth it? This is a question that if you ask yourself probably multiple times a day, will keep you out of lots of trouble, will prevent you from saying something that you will immediately regret, will prevent you from doing dumb things. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Burn this question in your mind, my friend. This is actually a question I teach a lot when I teach my customer service classes and also my communications classes. And so, because I think it's absolutely powerful when we're able to pause in whatever moment we're in and ask ourselves, is it worth it? Let me give you an example. There was this viral video that went around a few years ago of a Starbucks barista. Sorry, Starbucks, love your coffee, not trying to throw you under the bus. And in fact, I share this because Starbucks is well known for having tremendous customer service and really great training programs. Okay, but there was this barista who just lost it on a customer. And from what I understand, I think she thought the customer was either stealing the straw, like in one of those edible straws, or the customer was using a straw to taunt her, something like that, okay? But there's this epic rant. She goes off on this customer. Another customer is filming it. So, of course, it goes viral. Millions of people watch it. The barista loses her job because she got mad at this customer. And what's so interesting to me is when she was interviewed about it after, she thought it was worth it. And she said, listen, basically something to the effect of, I've been pushed around so much, I've been taken advantage of. Like, that was it. This customer comes in and it's like the straw that broke the camel's back. But she lost her job over arguing with the customer about a 99-cent straw. And even if that customer was disrespectful or was taunting her, which you can't tell if that is happening or not happening on the video that I've seen. Is it worth it to lose your job over that? Is it worth it? No, I don't know. To me, it sounds like probably not. When I was a customer care manager for a large company in California, I would get complaints all the time from our customers who were upset because they asked for like a $20 refund because of a bad service or something like that. And the managers I was speaking to were refusing to give them, this $20 refund for a variety of reasons. And I understand that there were always mitigating circumstances. Okay, so don't get stuck if this is you. However, what we've discovered oftentimes is they didn't want to give the refund because they felt like that this was a battle and that the customer was going to win. And that meant they were losing and all this stuff. So what's so interesting, in an effort to save $20, they might have spent an hour talking to the customer, who then called me, and I might have spent 30 minutes to an hour talking to that customer. If that issue got escalated beyond my department, that meant more people involved in this. So in our effort to save $20, or in their effort to save $20, we might have spent $100 in labor costs to save money. Right? Is it worth it? Is it really worth the fight? Hey, if your kid is learning something and maybe learning baseball, and his or her swing is just not exactly the way that you want it, is it really worth it to yell at them about the fact that the bat should be this way and not that way? I don't know. Maybe that's a question for you to ask. Is it really worth it to tell someone that you think their sports team is stupid? Is it really worth it that you think that someone who voted for this particular candidate is intolerant or hateful, or someone who voted for this particular candidate is stupid or moronic? Do those things build connection? Do those things help you with your relationships? Is it really worth it? I'll give you another story. I had a situation once where something along the lines, like I test drove a car, or said something that I really liked a car, okay, involving a car. And the person that I was talking to, I mentioned the car, and the name of the car and the model of the car. And let's just, for argument's sake, say it was like a Toyota Camry LE, okay? And this person, says, don't you mean the Toyota Camry SLE? Because there is no LE. And it was something like that. And I remember just thinking, really? Like the gist of the story was just that I was interested in this car, or it was, was this car caught my eye. It really wasn't the details of, the make and model of the car necessarily. Is it worth it? I mean, is it really worth it? So much of the stuff that we jump into, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to go in on social media and blast someone? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to yell at a customer who's complaining about the food that you served? Is it really worth it to tell your boss what you really think of him or her? No, it oftentimes isn't. Now, obviously, sometimes it might be. Sometimes you might feel I'm taking a stand here, and I totally understand that. But what I just wanted to impart on you today was this idea of, is it worth it? And before you say something or do something that can cause some really negative reactions or cause the opposite of reaction of what you want, stop and pause and ask yourself, is it worth it? And friends, if you'd like to know more about how I can impact you, please visit my website at rommelanacan.com. And until next time, thanks for watching.